After this year's season, the Weber State football team is looking for a change. On Monday, they got what they asked for. The football program revamped their weight room workouts, making them longer in hopes that players and plays explode on the field. From 4 sets of 15 on squats to jumping up and down with dumbbells. In between every set, the team does 25 crunches, giving them just over 600 sit-ups in for the day. The football coaching staff hopes the new program will boost the team's work ethic and get them ready for next year's playoffs.
The team just needed a little bit more structure, a little bit more direction during the Christmas holiday. The team's going to be held accountable for it, so when they return, they should be ready to roll right into our winter conditioning program and the second phase of our winter strength program.
The Wildcat football team will begin spring practices in March of next year. Weber State's fall teams had a rough season. The volleyball and soccer teams only won a few games. The football team failed to make the playoffs, but Mark Purser sat down with several athletes to see if there's hope to next year. Football defensive back Marvin Walker talked about next year's dual-threat quarterback Mike Hoke and the returning Wildcat defense.
We saw him get a lot of playing time in the second half of the NAU game, and he did nothing but stand out. Mike Hoke is a little more agile and mobile, move around a little bit, not afraid to run. So, next season, there's a lot of high hopes for him. He should, if nothing less, I think he should be the newcomer of the year, be first team All-Big Sky for rushing and passing. He's got a strong arm, so there's a lot of hope for Mike.
Tell me why the defense is going to be so stellar next year. Why do we have hope for that?
All right. Stellar is the word. We are losing only 4 defensive players as a total. We have 4 seniors last year, Taylor Cedillo, Jordan Brown, Ferron Creighton, and Sam Finn. So we lost 1 defensive back, which is Jordan. So in the secondary, we got a lot of guys returning.
Mark also sat down with volleyball player Bethany Ray, who talked about the team's versatility.
Just the fact that our options are really open.
Okay.
We have a lot of girls that can play a lot of different positions, so we don't really have to worry about filling those positions. And I think that just graduating 1 senior and not 5 like we did the year before is really good for us to continue building on what we started this year.
Even I stepped in and talked with Mark about the return of first-team all-conference defender Ari Wood.
What does she bring to what kind of hope does she bring for you guys next year?
She is so feisty that I don't even know how to explain it. She just, if anyone gets by her, that's the only time they're ever going to get by her is one time. So she just takes it all, she just gives it all, the whole entire game. And she's really offensive-minded, too, for being our deepest player besides the goalie. She's really offensive-minded and can get a lot of things going for us up top. And so that's good to have an offensive threat all the way in the back. And don't forget, the men's and women's basketball teams will be in action this weekend. The men are at home against Seattle University tomorrow, and the women are at the Air Force Tournament both tonight and tomorrow.